Hey guys, I'll wait until you guys get on here. It's nice to see you. Hey, for everybody. Hopefully the image is coming in good. This is on a cheap hotel Wi-Fi. I got a really great deal for this room. I got to be honest with you, a really great deal for this room. So we're on the cheap hotel Wi-Fi, and it's clean. You know, hey, it's nice to see you all. We'll get started. Today was pretty eventful. I'll wait until a few more people get in because I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. So I know it's kind of early, but there was not a whole lot I could do today except get some intel, which is what I did. Hey. So it's really what I could do. And anyways, you guys did. I don't know if you guys saw it live, but I'm running live. I'm taking you guys for a tour because I wasn't worried about it. You know, it's Sunday. I'd already been there 4 times. Nothing bad happened. So I decided to take you guys for a road trip, right? Road trip with me around the community. And so I'm heading out. I'm heading out of that general area. And all of a sudden, I see this guy running up with this bright yellow bag. Like, like even in my peripheral, you could see it. You could see the bag before you saw him. But it was Car Guy, our Car Guy, a beloved Car Guy that's always in here. Him and his wife are so sweet, guys. I thought it was just candy, and they got. You guys know pineapple is like my go-to. You guys know I love Jolly Ranchers. I'm like a Jolly Rancher, but these people are just awesome. Look at that. I won't tell you which ones I got it. Which ones I got into birth. I won't tell you which ones those were. I deny it. I deny it. I'll deny it to the damn dog. Till the day is long. And look at this, like little Welch's. Like, isn't that such a sweet little care package? They ran it out to my car. But that wasn't the best part. I didn't even see this until I got to the room. I literally just seen it a few minutes ago. You guys ready? You guys are all gonna die laughing. Okay, you guys got to give like a major. I hope they're in the chat. If they're not, they're gonna get on replay. So I want a whole bunch of clappy hands for Car Guy and his wife. I don't know where the heck they got this. OMG, this is priceless. This is priceless. I know, right? I'm gonna have to wear this the next time we do a tour around, Chris Proudfoot's house. We're gonna do it because I've got it. I forgot my stills. I was gonna go back for the stills, and I'm like, it's Sunday. It's going to be a lot easier for me to roll with some things, during the week. I'm just saying. I'm a planner. I'm a planner. So that was great. That was great. I didn't get that. I'm stuffing my face with the candy. I won't lie, y'all. I'm literally stuffing with my face with the candy. And I get back here and I'm like, what's in the bottom of this thing? Because it's pink wrapper too. See, it was pink wrapper too. So it's pretty darn close. So I just naturally thought, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's a little different. I pulled it out and I literally busted out laughing. I just fell over laughing so hard. I'm like, if I would have known that this was in there, I wouldn't have already changed into my pajamas. I would have put it on. So I think this is going to be the official shirt tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think we're going to make this the official shirt for tomorrow. I am, a security threat. A security threat. So I love it. I love it. I swear, I got the best subs. I literally have the best subs ever. To flag you down, like, run down the car. Hey, I love it. I love it. That was so sweet. I got to go back there and thank them properly. And as a matter of fact, we have some shirts. I brought them with me. So Sonia, I remember the shirts. So I've got like 4 shirts that I was going to give away to the searchers and stuff like that. I am going to go. Listen, I got JC World. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I talked to Terry Lynn, and I think her and I are going to try to get together like maybe tomorrow night or something and go out. She's got a few places that she wants to go. She's been by herself, searching, and she's had a few places she's eyeballed, but she doesn't want to go by herself. And I certainly understand that, being a female searcher as well. We have to well, you guys know the precautions I need to take, right? Because I got psychos that like to go real life. So hopefully, that calms down by exposing it like idiots. So I think we're going to do that. Guys, lots to say. Is Eminem 2 in the chat? Don't say hi if you are, because I always keep your name. Eminem 1 and Eminem 2. I never say you guys' name. I mean, if you guys want me to, I can't. But Eminem 2 is the one that's been getting my footage. I think, yeah, my footage. Oh, wait, she's in town. I'm going to be in Memphis tomorrow. I'd love to see you. Eminem 1, I need to find your information. I think it's MV. Anyways, whatever. I need to find your information. I'll have to write you when I get off of here, or you can write me. I got to still check my emails. I haven't even checked my emails in 2 days. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Oh, hey, Cheeky Chops. It's nice to see you. Let me say hi to everybody. Good gracious. I haven't said hi to you guys in forever. Jeannie, it's nice to see you. Holly's DIY. Oh, I like that. Cheeky Chops, it's nice to see you. Southern. Armchair Nancy, it's nice to see you. P.S. Bobby, it's great to have you. Who's your girl? I am. Well, thanks for asking. Who's your girl? Boomer Betty. Duh. I love that name. That's what I like. I like it. Casual Christy, it's nice to see you. Lisa, it's nice to see you. JC World of Wonders, it's nice to see you. That was a nice care. It was so sweet. It was so sweet, JC. Bubby, Adrian, it's nice to see you. Karen, who else do we have? Shannon, it's nice to see you. Bobby, Christy, RKB, I think I said hi. Ash, it's nice to see you, my love. Victoria, Judy, Lori, Sunshine, and Coffee. How'd you know that was me? Aw, I'm so selfish, right? Everything's about me. The world revolves. No, I'm just joking. I got to live up to the horrible reputation. We got to live up to it. So a couple things. I don't think that car is. I'm learning. that car that we think might be Katie's may not be hers. So who's staying with her? Never thought about that. We never hear about friends. Well, it sounds like her and Chris got friends. Oops, sorry. There we go. Keeping everything close. I'm kind of R because it's been a long day. It was a long drive yesterday. I've been out in the field working. Of course, it's been a long day. It's just been a long day today. And there's some things I can't discuss just yet from today. But the good news is I got a chance to talk to Terry. I did find out that yes, her, because I was getting mixed messages. About, what happened to her, what she went through out here. And her tire, when I said her tires are busted, everybody in the chat was like, "Oh, no, that wasn't true. That's not what happened." Well, it sounds like somebody took a screwdriver to her tire, at least one of them, from my understanding, from a conversation I had with her. So I don't know who's saying that didn't happen, but that surely sounds like it did. So we went around. I I haven't checked my footage. Let's look at footage. We'll peek at it together. We'll peek at it together. Give me just a second. We got some footage. We got some footage for those content creators, those wannabe content creators to steal. Right? They can't go out and make their own because they're idiots. Just saying. They'll never be me. That's one thing they're gonna have to deal with. They'll never, ever, 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 ever be me. Anybody that goes out and searches and works their ass off, those are my people. The ones that sit and bitch about the people like me, they're garbage. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I hope I better got it. Oh. Here we go. So here is the Sumner County Sheriff. As you get, we've got, this is the city of Portland right here, Sumner County Jail. We got the bail bondsman here. We got the bail bondsman here. But this is where they're saying the Sumner County Sheriff is. And I can't be. Jail right here. So I just wanted to give you guys the lay of the land. I don't know where the specific Sumner County Sheriff's Department is, or office is. Because I've been driving around, I don't see anything other than this jail. And I could have sworn I seen a nice, beautiful sheriff's building when I was coming back from Enoch, from the Bower Sox property. So this right here is going to be with whoever did anything to Sebastian Rogers. This is where their new home is going to be. Yeah, amen. Bring this out and bring this up close and personal, because this right here is where I'm wanting to see whoever took that boy and did something with him. I want to see them here, and I want to see them rot right here every single day of their life. Every single day of their life. I just wanted to bring reality to those that are responsible for Sebastian Rogers. Mama ain't playing, just saying. Aggressively. I hope I'm gonna get kicked out. The people next door are gonna go, boom, 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 keep it down over there. I'm screaming. But we went to a few places. This is kind of neat. This is kind of the way our old town was, where we had the jail, the sheriff, and the courthouse kind of all together. Kind of like up in where Brian Koberger is, right? Kind of the same situation. They've got everything's attached together, and so it makes it very easy to transport stuff because it's all contained, We don't have that containment anymore because our jail's like freaking 20 miles away from our courthouse. But it all used to be together. It did. And so I just went to a lot of different places. All right, guys, we're about 2 minutes out. We're in Gallatin. We're going to Sumner County Police Department, Sumner County Sheriff's Department, rather. We're going to do a little bit of film there and over at the courthouse. The courthouse is all together. All right, so now we're back on. Oh, I know what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at my poll stuff. Hold on. It had to be one of the first things I got up here. Here it is. Here's my poll. It's going to fall a few times. Just bear with it. We're about to get the view. Gracious. This thing is not my place. I will tell you, we're going to go. We're going to have motion sickness by the time this is over with, trying to get that damn pole up. It drove me nuts. But the final product better be good. All right, going up. Okay, so the camera angle's right about here. So this is the angle right there that we're getting from this particular view. That's the angle. Hold on. There we go.
from that particular view right there. That's what we're getting from the camera. You guys can see
right
that.
there. I think I got a better spot. I think my camera was angled down just a tad. I may have to do that again.
That's the view from this camera here.
All right, and then I got another one after that because I thought it was in slow.
I just realized you guys were on slow-mo, so now I've got to recapture it. So give me just a second.
I bet you I got this.
Recapture this.
If it's not going that way, hold on, let me flip this. It better flip. Got put it on. I might have to flip it. Hold on, let me flip it. There we go. Done. Okay. We did it. I did it again.
I just realized you guys were on slow-mo, so now I've got to redo.
Clearly wasn't on slow-mo. I must have hit something afterwards.
Let me recapture this.
I'm trying not to, stand out there too long because I don't want to disrupt them, but I do need my shots.
It's about right there.
Like, you guys got this.
That's the view.
That can't be the view. I got it down too much.
This is the view right here.
Okay, so that means I got it. This must have dropped. My camera must have dropped. I'll have to go back out there and film it. But I only need one snapshot of it, and this is the snapshot right here. Right here. Hold on. There it is. Pause. That's all I need for right there is all I need for guidance. Right there. There's the shot. That is the angle from that camera. Right there. So I'll end up sending that, capturing that, taking a picture of that, and sending it over to guidance and having her overlay it with what she's. I know, Patricia, isn't that funny? That's a great shirt, right? That's a great shirt. For those that are just tuning in, so the car guy, his wife and him are from here. And so they brought me this goodie bag that had all this candy in it. And of course, naturally, I went for the candy. I went for the gummy bears first. I haven't opened anything. I'm still snacking on these gummy bears. They're delicious, by the way. They're absolutely delicious. Well, I got back to this hotel and I was going through the bottom because the fill was pink too. And I see at the bottom there's a shirt, and I pulled it out. I absolutely love this shirt. That is absolutely to die for. Thank you, car guy. I wish I knew your wife's name. The gummy, you're in the chat. I just found this shirt when I got here. That was awesome. I cracked up. I lost it. I lost it when I looked down there and there was something else in the bottom of the bag. And when I pulled it out and I read it, I died. It was classic. It was perfect. Perfect. So I will be back. I still want to meet with you and your wife. I will be back. So we're on a different tour, and then I've only got like 3 days here, and then I've got to take a trip over to Virginia, and then I'm hoping that I can come back here for at least another day or two. If everything goes well, hopefully I'll be back for another day or two. If not, then I'll have to go back home, and then when I get back from New York, I'll have to come straight back here and start working again. So it's kind of got crazy, but I wasn't expecting to take this long to get here. I was supposed to be here months ago. And I wasn't. This should be at least our third tour up here by now. We always make, once a month. When we take on a new case, we usually visit the case once a month for the first 3 months, to get good groundwork. And we weren't able to do that with this particular case because of the car. But now we've got it. I finally got the right photo. I think we have more guidance. But there's what the daylight angle, I believe, would be of the camera shot from their garage. That would be almost the exact, I would think, view. So That's where we're at. And I've got a few other things, but I'm not ready to drop them. I'm not ready to drop. You know what? I really don't give a shit. You know what? I really don't give a shit. Screw the haters. You guys, we worked for it. We earned it. We'll drop it. So here's the deal. I went by the job site and there's nobody there. Okay. Sunday, not one person on the construction site at all. The security gate is not being manned. There's a manned security gate that lets people in and out of that job site. There's no security there. There's no workers there. So we know for 100% fact that the job is shut down on Sunday. No work. Okay. The cranes. I told you guys that the cranes power down, the lights go off. I did confirm the lights stay on 24/7. And then it dawned on me, and I think Eminem too was right, because I think she even said she thinks that they're on, because I didn't realize how close the airport is. So we have an airport very close, and obviously those stick above the building. So I think as a safety precaution, they keep the lights on the cranes going atop, across the top. But there absolutely is, without a doubt, 100% fact that this job is not, nothing's going on Sunday. The towers are lit all the time, it appears, even when there's nobody out there on the job. So this is going to make it difficult for the videos. It's having a hard time with the videos, right? I mean, it's okay for the videos, but I'm looking for manned people out there on that job. Manned people out there on the job, and there are none for today. There are none for today. Let me see if I got this one. If this one goes by the building, let me show you. Okay. And then I drop it right there. So this is the only one I'll show you guys here. Hold on. Okay.
Lights are on the cranes all the way up top, but as you see, there's not a soul out there. No soul is working this job. There's nobody here. Nobody lifting, nobody moving, nobody nothing. This job is not going on. Nothing. Not even the guy at the gate, the man gate. It's a man gate.
Nothing. Nothing going on there. So I don't know. I don't know. All I can tell you, nobody's on the job today. So is there a reason for him to be there at 5:15? I don't know. Is there any way? Is there any way for him to get into the job? Because it looks like they need to have somebody at the gate letting him in, unless he's one that has a key card to get in. But we did solve a problem. We know that the lights on those cranes stay on all the time. They don't go out, whether they're used, whether those cranes are in use or not. Oh, of course, decor and more. It is Sunday, but somebody had spoken to or at least, I don't know if they had spoken, I can't even remember who it was, but somebody said they had spoken to the project manager, and they told them that the construction goes 24/7, that they never stop working. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense, because I remember the other content creator was out there at night and there was no construction going on. None whatsoever. I remember that. I went back. I didn't want to go watch it, but somebody had sent it to me, and of course, by email. So naturally, I clicked on it and watched it, and I went ahead and fast forwarded to where I needed to see it. And I'm just saying, there was no work. Look at that doofus's face. Wouldn't Sunday be triple time? Not there. No work. No work. That whole campus, they have a lot of different campuses there related to different specialties. when it comes to St. Jude's. Um, they have this facility very much locked down. Everything around here is gated. It's all gated. So you have to have either a key card or you have to go through the gate and through the man security, right? So I'm interested into finding out how all that's going to work out. But so far, what I'm able to see is that whatever movement. Now I know for a fact that Chris and Katie, let me see if I can, which one is theirs? Is this theirs? Let me see this. Is this going way to Enoch? I think this is going to, oh, this is going, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I want to show you guys something. I need to get to Chris and Katie's house because you got to see the house. What the hell did I do? What did I do with the house? So that's there. I went straight to their house, so I've got to have it in this reel right here. I just got to find it. I want to show you guys something when I get around that corner because I think it's super, super important. Okay, so that's right around from their house. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I didn't see it. Oh, it's going to have to wait until we go back around. Okay. Okay, so this right here, of course, I got the freaking mail carrier in this one. So this right here is the houses. Right over here, those are the houses, okay? There's a neighbor's house, Chris and Katie. There's the bend right there that goes to Chris and Katie's, and there's their driveway, like right there, okay? Well, on the bend, when you're going around the bend to right here, this is where the camera is, okay? So this is the house with the camera, right? This is the house with the camera. Right over here is where the car was that was sitting on the side of the road. This is, oops. Okay. This is kind of where all the activity was going. So the car was kind of over here, somewhere right over here. Geez, my nail is, there you go. All the haters out there. I just realized my nail's dirty. I got to clean my nail. So this is where all the activity happened, was right here. Okay. The camera is right behind me. This is like where the car would have been in there. And so right here, that divot, I don't know if you guys can see it pretty good in here. You see that? That's this right here. That right there. That is a ditch. It's not that deep, but it's a ditch. And so at some point, I kind of believe that right there is where somebody dipped out. I saw the light go down. And I think it's right about there as they were going over to the as they're going to the vehicle that was waiting. This right here, way over here, let me just change hands so I can work here. Right here, there's where the ruckus video. You see all those trees right here? That's what was in the line of sight for the camera. So every time those trees moved, it had a different appearance. Okay, on this this is the garage that was open, and the lights are actually inside the garage. not on the outside of the garage. They're on the inside of the garage. And the leaves were actually just going up and down over the little windows at the top of the garage, creating this ruckus type of video that we know as the ruckus video today. It was just, it really was trees. It really was just the light source. The light source wasn't even coming from any direction. It was coming from inside the garage. They leave the garage lights on the inside. So that is where all that is. But right there, we saw lights. We saw the lights coming through we saw the lights coming through the trees going toward that parked car. Well, and like we said, if you guys go back to my video, the resident that's on Kelly Lane, their backyard backs up to Chris and Katie's backyard. They themselves have this iron gate, this metal gate. It's not a chain link gate. It's not wrought iron, but it's a metal gate. It has the little slats in it, the square by square poles, and they're brown. I guess it's probably a homeowners association thing. If you want a gate, you have to use this style gate to be compliant in their association because they both have the same gate. So the neighbor that's the frontage is on Kelly Lane, but their butt is on the back side of Chris and Katie's house. Well, their house is on Stafford, but their butt goes up to the Kelly Lane gate. But there's a walk space. They got two gates, but they're not connected. Like when me and my neighbor had our gate, we used the same gate, like the back gate. Like it was my gate on the back side, but she added her slats going down the side. And so it made it, she used my gate to help enclose her area, right? It wasn't like that. They had two separated fences. One was over on the neighbor, and theirs was, but there was a huge path. It looks like a riding lawnmower, large enough to take a riding lawnmower through the common area. So that's the width between, I would presume. I can't go back there. I can't check. I can't measure. It's private property. So all I can do is look from the road. And, that's really it. I could probably get the 9 foot up there in front of their house just to cock it to see. But as you can tell, when it gets up that high, I'm at the mercy of the camera. It can pop down and I don't even realize that it's not taking the image because I was just lucky that we got a good image out of that because that was a hot mess. But I'll be back out there. And so I'll retake that image until we get that image just right. And it'll be a lot easier when I'm not, when there's less people in the community, being able to work and not ruffle any feathers and just do my job and, keep everybody really low key. That's really what I want to do. I'm not, again, the ruckus is coming from all these hate channels that are making it sound worse than it is. I'm out here to do a job. That's what I do. I understand they'd have no clue what I do, which is prevalent, but we do a lot of work. We do a lot of fact finding work. We corroborate. We look at what is everything looking at. I can't go to these neighbors, knock on their door, and say, "Hey, will you give me your videotape?" Right? So we have to do the next best thing: record it ourselves. And that's kind of how I look at things. We have certain things that we have to recreate in order to get an idea of whether or not they hold water, right? We're challenging the statements being made by Chris and Katie. That is what I'm out here doing. And I'm praying to God that it'll help lead us to some answers to find Sebastian. There's no ulterior motive. It's just to help. And that's what we're doing. And we're able to use this platform to be able to do that. And the TikTok platform, which reminds me, I haven't even gone TikTok in days. I got to go over there and show them some love before they turn their back on me and hate me forever and ever. But I'm kind of excited to meet some of the ground workers here. It sounds like Mr. Crimecast, Mr. and Mrs. Crimecast. It sounds like, they've been out here working. It sounds like Terry Lynn's been out here working. Everybody's saying that everybody stops searching. Nobody's helping. Nobody's helping. Nobody's helping. There's a lot of people helping. There's a lot. These people are idiots. there's a lot of people out here giving up their own time and trying to keep people engaged in this story and keep people engaged in Sebastian. Because when people are engaged in Sebastian, we can continue advocating for him. When you guys stop being interested in these cases, that's when they go cold. That's when they go cold. I don't know what law enforcement needs. That's the problem. I don't know if they need more leads, if they need more tips, if they're okay. It sounds to me like there is no way in hell, no way, that law enforcement doesn't have something. There's no way. I told you guys that this morning at 3 a.m. Well, closer to 4 a.m. There's no way law enforcement doesn't have anything. I do not believe it. I'm absolutely convinced that Kathy Bowersox was at that country store. I'm absolutely convinced that Kathy Bowersox was at that country store. I am absolutely convinced that Kathy Bowersox was at that store at 5:45 in the morning. My question is, how did she know to be up there at 5:45 in the morning before Katie woke up? Before Sebastian was even found? I have questions. I have questions. So I'm seeing some stuff. I know for a fact Chris, whether Chris worked on a Saturday, I believe that they do have Saturday work, but absolutely no Sunday work here. I believe that Chris started work at 7. But just because I think it doesn't make it so. I'm here to find out if it holds water or not. I have to know whether Chris was here at 5:15 or not. If he did not start work until 7 a.m. and he was here on time, but I'm hearing that, I need to find out for myself. And I think I will. I really do. I think I will. So that's kind of where we are. It's been a lot of driving. It's been a lot of work, but mostly it's been a lot of driving on this trip. This trip was more driving than searching. I mean, I got to drive the roads. I got to see the lay of the land. I got to see where everything was. I got to see where everything was in conjunction with, the Bowersox property and the Proudfoots. That spot behind, and everybody's told me they have searched it to no end. I've talked to Seth. I've talked to Terry. I've talked to everybody. That patch of woods behind the Bowersox, it is screaming my name. Absolutely screaming my name. However, I've talked to literally 4 people, and all 4 of them have said that area has been thoroughly searched. It has a little lake in there, or a little like pond or something. Their guys have searched that pond with sonar. The dogs have been out there, and it's been thoroughly searched and walked by multiple searchers, including Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn says she was out there searching, and she said she didn't find anything, and she said she searched the crap out of that area. So I have to take that off my list. I hate doing that. I still am eyeballing that area because it makes so much sense. I mean, if you look at it, it could make sense. It's not that it could make sense, because if we entertain the fact that Kathy and Terry ran off really like 2 days after this boy disappeared, well, if Chris didn't go back and get his camper until Thursday or Friday, that was after the Bowersox had left. He disappeared for 17 hours. 7 of those hours would have been straight drive time. So that leaves him about 10 hours to work with. 10 hours. And so I'm thinking, you know what? If he needed to do a dirty deed, he's got a house that nobody's at. And it probably has a shit ton of tools. And it just so happens to have a forest in the backyard. Like, that's the way my brain thinks. So naturally, I'm thinking that, this would be a perfect place for him to do stuff under the radar. As his mom and stepdad would have plausible deniability. They're not even in the house. They weren't even here. They have no idea what's going on, and Chris would have had time in privacy to handle some business. But it doesn't sound like that is the case. It sounds like that area, that prime area that I think is like literally a great area, is not. It sounds like it's already been cleared. It's already been thoroughly searched, and it doesn't sound like it holds any answers that we need. It's disappointing for me, but at the same sense, I'm glad that that was a huge area. It's one place that we don't have to search. It's one place that has already been cleared, and that leaves us more time to look at a different area. Um, the area I don't like, I'm not really keen. I need to still do my Coburger route. I haven't looked at the Coburger route yet in Hendersonville, because I told you guys once my feet hit the ground, I would get an idea of where I need to be. And when I got there and I'm looking around and I see where everything's going, I really don't believe he's around the area. I don't know why I have the gut feeling he has gone out of this area, but I do. I don't believe he's around his house. I don't believe that he's within 5 miles of his house. I don't believe he's within 20 miles of his house. I don't believe it. I think he's gone. And so it led me this way. I couldn't figure out whether I wanted to start in Hendersonville or start in Memphis. So if you guys haven't gotten putting two and two together, if I got to spell it out for you, I am in Memphis. I have been by his job site. I know his job site cranes lights stay on 24/7. The cranes are not moving and nobody is working. There is no security. The job is shut down. So this for Sunday, we know for a fact there is no work on Sunday. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 100% no work on Sunday. So Chris had all day Sunday to kind of chill. People believe that he went home. I don't know if he went home or not. How crazy would it be if we find out Chris may or may not have been home? I mean, we've bounced back and forth between this all the time, but it keeps irritating me that Chris was gone for the weekend. He wouldn't come home that weekend. I just never met a guy that wouldn't want to sleep in his own bed with his own wife every weekend if he has to work out of town. Blackhawk says, Katie called Chris 6:03 a.m. Chris three-wayed LE at 6:30. Chris then called Seth. Then Chris calls his own mother to go join Katie. What time did Chris make all these calls? Odd, Katie didn't make any calls. Wow, Blackhawk. You're right. You're right. If it was an accident, why not call the police? That's been my point, Diane. That has been my point from the very beginning. None of us. I mean, like I said, we all make mistakes as parents or grandparents. Okay, I'm going to say grandparents because I got to include myself, because you guys know I don't have kids, but I'm a grandma. And I remember when I had Holly again, first time grandma, never had kids. And I'm listening to a 16-year-old, 17-year-old telling me how to parent. It was great, great. And so I didn't have like a, bassinet for Holly. So she told me how, because I mean, we had one of the beds pushed up all the way to the wall, and Holly could like lay against the wall, and you just put the pillows up, like line it up to her, and then put the comforter, like the little baby blanket over her, and just let her rest and go periodically check on her. That's what her mom told me to do. Okay. It's my first time. It's my first time ever. Okay. I'm not good. Okay. And so This is our first time watching this little baby, and she's just a sweet little thing. She was like a perfect little angel, right? She was a perfect little angel. And so I sit her there, and she's just, on her little dip. She had the cutest little dip. She always sucked on her little. Yeah, it's just cute. It's just cute. I can't explain it. Just cute, adorable, absolutely adorable. And so I'm like, oh, she's finally sleeping. Oh, right. So I walk away, and I'm like trying to keep it all down, making sure that the volume's down, walking on eggshells and everything like that. And I'm doing good. And I go and check on her. I'm really, really good about like checking on her like a hawk, like every like 10 or 15 minutes I'm in there, like looking. And I got sidetracked. About my last tour in there, and I apparently she woke up, and those little suckers move, and they move quickly. And thank God I had a king size comforter on a queen size bed, because it literally draped to the floor. And so when she moved, she ended up literally tumbling down the comforter. And when she got to all I hear is a baby screaming, right? So I'm thinking, oh my God, like, I'm picking her up. I see her on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, did she fall? Oh my God, oh my God. Well, we realized what she did. She rolled down the comforter. Okay. She didn't fall off the bed. She rolled off the bed. And I guess when she got to the bottom, it startled her. So she cried. She didn't even have a bruise on her. She didn't hit her head or anything. We were lucky by the grace of God. But I'm telling you, you don't stop looking at her. You're like, are you okay? Did you hit your head? They can't speak back to you, and you're like, are you okay? And they're like, you're like I'm in tears, and this child is sitting there like laughing in my face, and I'm like full of tears. I'm literally shook. Okay, literally shook. And I'm like, I need to take her to the doctor. Vince is like, pump the brakes, sister. This is child 2 for him. Okay, so he's like, pump the brakes. Okay, she's fine. Okay, Cupcake, she's fine. Put her back to bed, or bring her out here and play. All right. You gonna tell Dee? Nope. Why? You gonna tell her? What you talk about? What you talking about? We ended up telling her. She said she knew something happened with Holly. She could tell something happened with Holly while she was in our care. I said, why did she become nicer? So, I know we don't do things perfectly, and I bring a lot of light to it because I got some funny stories, because I don't mind being me. I don't mind showing you guys that people make mistakes. It's okay. We all have our little stories. I guarantee it's funny, because when somebody was talking about, when we had this conversation about Seth and people beating up Seth, I'm like, yeah, and I bet you guys forgot about how you dropped your baby on their head. And everybody has that experience, because everybody's dropped their freaking baby on their head. Okay? If you're a female and you breastfed, your baby was on the floor a couple times. I'm sorry. I have not had kids, but I know that for a fact. I have seen literally 100% of all new moms drop their kid. I'm sorry. It's just true. You can deny it. You can deny it to me all day long, and that's okay. I'll let you lie. I'll let you lie. I'll let you forget that it was. I'll let you believe it was a dream that one time that you were feeding your baby and you fell asleep and it just rolled off your lap. You know. So I'm telling you, we won't go into the peeing. None of us want to talk about that aspect either, especially with boys, do we? No, we don't. I wonder why. Just saying. But for the most part, we did get some answers. We're here for more. We're not done yet. Now the question is, if we find out what we think, what I have a funny feeling that what I know is what I know. Now the question will be, was Chris here? We're gonna fact find his story. So far, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm fact finding it. He definitely wasn't here on Sunday, so we'll see what Monday holds. I don't even think he's working anymore. I don't think they will let him on his job. I really don't. I don't know why, but I don't think he's working because I went by their house today and he was at home. So I don't know if he's working on the job or not. I don't even know where they park, nor am I going to look that closely because I'm not here for that. I'm here for information. I could care less whether he's working now or not. It's just if I can find out, that'll be kind of cool. Oh, that's right. I need to go back downstairs. So that's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. So, anyways, I think I'm done. We took a tour. I'm exhausted. I'm eating breakfast. I had this with me since this morning. I never got to eat my breakfast. So I'm finishing my breakfast for dinner. Oh, good God. You know what? You can lie to yourself all you want to. Flicker off. Flicker off. And another thing is, this is my channel. I don't know if you noticed, but it says Bullhorn Betty. Definitely doesn't say flicker. Okay. So when you come over to my house, you don't tell me what to do. I do as I damn well please. If you don't like it, don't be here. But now you don't have to be here because we just booted you. You never have to come and see my face again. And you never have to worry about me insulting people. People drop babies. 100% of the women that I met have dropped babies. Okay. I know you perfect mommies out there, right? You never do anything wrong, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect mommies. Every single other mommy in this chat room knows you a damn lie. Just FYI, we all know you lying. We know you lying, boo boo. We got great parents in here, and they've all screwed up. Just saying, boo boo. You ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. I'm still waiting for that perfect parent to come up and shake my hand. Still haven't met that perfect parent yet either. We love that you keep it real, Betty. Because you know we all have stories. Let's not lie. I'm just the only one with balls enough to tell them. We'll let you keep your secrets in your closet, okay? I'll tell all mine because I really don't give a shit. Roll with it. I have 4 boys. I made mistakes. Oh, mama, 4 boys? Yeah, how can you not? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. My poor mama. You know, the one bad thing is she had girls, but I was the boy. I was the boy. My mom was not prepared for any type of boys. Me bringing a frog in, me bringing a snake in, me bringing a lizard in. My mom wasn't really that happy with me. And she definitely didn't like it when I put it on her table. She got really high pitched during those moments. Like really, really high pitched. Oh, Allison, we don't worry about it. We're good. Let me just go through the updates. So here's a couple things. This is what we learned today. So everything that we learned today, one is the community itself, that the community that Sebastian disappeared from, not pitch black. Okay, it's not pitch black. They do not have, um, street lights. That's it. It's like every other neighborhood. They have their outside lights on. A lot of different neighbors have those on. There's all of those houses on Kellen. Those, like, almost every other house has a Ring doorbell camera. We got up there to, like, the dog's path. We followed Ray Hughes. Ray Hughes came from, like, basically the garage door back around their house. Then they come to the around and then to a parked car, and it looks like the car backs up and goes back, and they said that the car went toward Long Hollow. The only place that I could see back there was a cul-de-sac. So when I go back there, I'm going to try to find Long Hollow and see how they would have exited that way. But the way it looks is and I was talking to Terry Lynn, and I think it was Terry Lynn, and Terry Lynn says she doesn't think they drove back there. But they may not have. But there are clear tracks around that machine where you can clearly see somebody has driven into the grass and around the machine to get back there to the construction. So I don't know if other people are using that as an exit, or if how that all happened. We got back there as far as we could on the public roads. I didn't want to cross over there. One, because I don't want to pop my tire. And when you go into construction areas, it's littered with nails and all kinds of stuff. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on back there that can blow tires. And the last thing I need is a tire, right? But maybe we can get back there and walk. But now, tomorrow's Monday, so I think the next time I'll be able to do that is on the weekend, and I don't think I'm going to be here this next weekend. So we'll see how I may have to wait for those answers on the next trip, which the next trip would probably be in another 2 or 3 weeks after we come back from this one. Was it muddy, deep clay? KJ, what do you mean muddy, deep clay? Where? It wasn't muddy. It wasn't muddy at all. There was red clay. It was red clay. I remember seeing the let's see if I got it here. Just go to the back here. No. Okay, I think I'm almost to the end. You can almost see. I don't know. It's not really red. It's kind of just gravel. It's kind of gravel. You see the gravel piles? That's the community behind it. So we do have that. But the one thing I learned is that the area there, like if there was a car driving down that road or a boy walking down that road, there should have been cameras that, if nothing more, could see a silhouette of a person walking down that road. If not, some type of description of that boy walking down that road if he was walking. I believe what they're going to get on those films is a vehicle. I think that they've got the vehicle. I think they've known about the vehicle. And I think that's how they got their Amber Alert, is because of the vehicle. They knew about this vehicle early on. That Amber Alert was triggered on February 27, 2/27, excuse me. And they said it triggered around, it was either 12/17 or 4/17. I can't remember. But it was in the afternoon. It was in the afternoon of the 27th that this Amber Alert triggered. That tells me that that's when they realized of this car. Whether they told us or not, because that was the final piece that they had to have, and they had to allege in order to get this Amber Alert. So they had that the next day. So they've been putting together this the next day. Within 3 days, within 72 hours, the DA was on scene. We don't ever get the DA on scene. Very rarely do we get the DA on scene in a missing boy investigation, in a runaway case. We don't get DAs on the scene. The DAs only come on the scene to consult. That means something serious is going on and law enforcement doesn't know how to handle this legal challenge. You don't usually get those legal challenges or the need to have a DA on a runaway kid. So that was our first clue that this wasn't a normal runaway kid. Then we started hearing the searchers coming out and saying basically that they're not getting any hits. They're not getting any hits. They usually get pay dirt by this time. They usually get pay dirt. They're not getting anything. They're not getting anything. But what they failed to tell us and what they deceived us on, in my opinion, is the actual factual hit that they truly did get. I absolutely believe that the dog was not a false positive. I think that was a hit out there in that community. That means that whoever was there had Sebastian or had Sebastian sit on him when they went through there. I don't believe it was Sebastian, because we saw 2 lights come out and we saw one go back into the house, basically. We didn't physically watch what house it went to, but at this point, this is my statement. I absolutely believe that either Chris and Katie had something to do with the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, or their neighbor did. Because there's 2 houses, them and their neighbor. That's it. They're side by side. They came from that direction, from almost in between the 2 houses. So it's either their neighbor or it's them. So if it ain't the neighbor needs to come forward. And I'm pretty sure they've already talked to law enforcement, but I'm telling you, I don't know who was out there. It sure looked like Kathy's car out there on the side of the road. It sure was awfully funny that Kathy got to that Worsham store at 5:45, waiting for that call from her son to come rushing over like the good, mother-in-law that she is, to stand by her daughter-in-law's side. It's awfully funny she was sitting up at the store before anybody even knew Sebastian Rogers was missing. And then we come here. There's no work here on Sunday, which I think was a given. I don't think it's really mind blowing that we don't have work on a Sunday. I mean, this is Tennessee. There are Bible thumpers here. God bless the state of Tennessee, but we need some work on our children. We need a lot of work to help our children. But I'm interested. I'm interested to find out if tomorrow that job is open at 5:15. I'm interested. I want to know if that job's open at 5:15 or if it's open at 7 a.m. So guess what we're going to be doing, folks? We're going to be creeping. My specialty. Creeping Betty. My creep Betty has stuck up bitch written all over my face. That's my creep Betty. That's my don't mess with me attitude. I do have a mean, I have a mean, I wear like punk clothes. I have a mean, ugly face. I do. And my favorite line when somebody starts giving me a problem, I wouldn't. What was that? That get hard? Your mad dog face? Some days I gotta put my mad dog face on, right? I gotta get mad. Bullhorn Betty Mad Dog. I wouldn't. Don't worry, guys. When I start going to wanting to practice keystering, I'll go to the mental hospital myself. Okay. When I start entertaining that, I'll just walk myself. You guys don't have to drag me. Okay. I love Kevin Hart. I hope one day I get to meet him. There's a lot of people that I'd like to meet. Kevin Hart is definitely one of them. What job is tomorrow? Creeping. Creeping is my job. Creeping is my job for this trip. I'm creeping. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be creeping. I can creep quietly. I was in and out. The only reason why people knew I was there is because I told on myself. All right. What does it say? Kelly wants to know if you're going to Yogi Campground. Oh yeah. Actually, is she from around here? We could go now. I have to change. I could go now, but I can go tomorrow. But it'll be early. It'll be early. It's up to you. Elizabeth, Betty doesn't have to say when she will be leaving Tennessee because there's demons being nosy. Yeah. It doesn't matter anymore. Actually, I'm going to do me and keep filing these reports and keep getting the paper trail. The paper trail is what's going to be my saving grace. So I really don't care what they do. They're not intimidating me, It's unnerving. I will say that. It's unnerving that females would put another female in harm's way. I find it very disgusting, especially when I would never do that to them, ever. But maybe I should. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, Maybe we should. Maybe we should put them in harm's way, right? Maybe they should learn how what they're doing is dangerous. Maybe they should have a psycho person come knock on their door or talk to their neighbor. Maybe they should have to experience all that. Maybe they should. Because you know what? Obviously, the way I'm doing it ain't getting the results I need. So maybe if they had to literally deal with everything that they create, literally deal with it, having people come up to their house, having people go and follow them around, having people tear their life apart, having people write what they went and purchased from the store or where they went and fixed their car at. Maybe if when they start getting stalked the way I'm stalked, maybe when they start getting treated the way I have been treated, maybe it'll stop. I doubt it. But what else? You know? What else? I'm about as pitiful as your queen, bitch. I'm about as yeah. Go back to the trailer park. Go back to the trailer park. For all my beautiful people that live in trailer parks, I love you. But we're sending her back to the ghetto trash that she is. Period. You're gonna have to deal. Just saying. And we're getting out of here anyways. So yeah, these crazy people, they're idiots. And I just want you guys to see and make note of their names because they will be using names in other places too. She can't even spell. Product of our public education. These criminals, man. I tell you what, they are highly uneducated, and the only way that they'll ever make anything is probably this. I don't think they're employment worthy. I think that's what a lot of these people's problems are. They can't get a typical job. They're felons. You know, I worked at law offices. I mean, to be honest with you, if I wanted to quit this and get a job, I'd have a job lickety split. I don't think these people have that luxury, to be honest with you. I never really looked at it like that, but they are pretty much felons, just about every last one of them. So, you know, maybe that's, you know, and you got the whole thug mentality. I mean, that chick is just ghetto trash, like literally ghetto trash. Like I wouldn't be friends with her on a freaking if she was the last person on earth. Like I would absolutely not. She's one. She was. She's it, in those war games. She's the cannibal. She'll definitely cannibalize you. She'll eat you for lunch. She'll probably take it all in one bite too. Mm. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. We're here. We're covering stuff. Cranes lights stay on all the time. They don't turn off. There's nobody at the job site. The job site's closed down on Sunday, and their community is not pitch black at night. So we do have. I got a good perspective, but I absolutely believe there's not. They cannot convince me at this point that there is nothing on video. They can convince everybody else. They ain't convincing me. I absolutely believe they have a lot of stuff, and I absolutely believe that they are either going through it and building a case or they're slow walking the crap out of this. Just saying. I don't know what they have, but they have something. I'll tell you that. They got something. So I hope that something pans out soon because I think everybody's kind of getting a little antsy in their pantsies. I can tell you that people here, I don't know, you know, it sounds like the people in that community are being tight-lipped. You know, I did not approach them. I wasn't going to. I got in there to do a job, to get my photos, to get my stuff. I didn't want to bother them. I don't want them bothering me. I just want to do my job and get in and get out. And to be honest with you, that's what I was able to do. I was able to go in and get out. And I know that there were some people walking their dogs. I know that they noticed me, and I know they know that I was recording the community. And you know, to be honest with you, they didn't flip me the bird. They didn't cuss me. They just did their thing. And I got in and I got out. You know, nothing, no bad juju, no nothing. I really do believe at the end of the day that people in that community want answers just like we do. Um, I think that it, you know, as any case like this that gets this large, it just brings a whole level of attention, you know, attention, not good attention, you know, like if it was one of the kids in there that, became like this music star, they'd probably like attention like that. They'd probably have a little bit more of a palate for that type of attention, right? But we're not talking about that type of attention. We're talking about attention that's bringing people into their community because a poor boy disappeared, is most likely not here. That's, it's got to be hard for them. Those are parents that live there. And you let me put it like this. Parents don't typically work that hard to give their children that safe of a place to live and to grow and thrive, not to want them to grow and thrive. It sounds like something happened. I wasn't believing that there was any premeditation associated with this, but I need to open that box up and make sure that there isn't, because again, they don't seem right. I can't put my finger on what is so, I mean, well, obviously their story is completely horseshit. I mean, we know that because it's changed so many times, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is we still don't know. We don't know really anything. We still don't know whether Chris was home or Chris was here. According to everybody, he was here. But I'm hearing words that he's not. So there is that. I don't get it. I really don't. But anyways, heat advisory. In fact, I gotta tell you that it was hot today, and it shut my computer, my phone down twice. It didn't shut my Samsung down at all, but my Apple, it shut it down twice. Like boom, temperature too hot, it shut the whole phone down. So I don't know how hot it was outside today, but I was in the car driving. But it was really hot, and I think that's about it. We got the lighting. Oh, and I think I think Terry Lynn says that they believe that they went out there to go get on Long Hollow Road. I don't know where Long Hollow Road is. Maybe I was supposed to go straight, I guess. I don't know where I was supposed to go. I go straight. I watch the pattern where the dogs, but I don't see where it connects to Long Hollow unless you have to go through the construction site, which I'm not going to do. But there is that spot that they could have gotten over. But I think that the car went through the construction, like went from one into the other, you know? And if that's the case, if they went from one side to the other, it's either that or they did a U-turn and went back out the main entrance. I can't figure out the other way there. I got to find this Long Hollow. Maybe Terry Lynn will be able to tell me. I hear Crimecast is out there. I couldn't remember who was here. I thought that I had somebody that I was supposed to meet here in Memphis, but I can't remember. I can't recall. So, hey Tiffany, it's nice to see you guys. Grace upon grace. It's 85 in East. Are you in Eastern Tennessee? Oh, it's nice to see you. And that reminds me, I got to try to see if Turkey Man's around here, because I'd never get up this far. And I promised him if I ever came up here, I would. Oh, it's still 5 hours away from. Where the heck is he? I don't understand why I never am around him. That sucks. Where am I? Let me see here. Yeah, it's 6 hours away from here too. Maybe from Hendersonville? Let me see how far away it is from Hendersonville. Wow, it's 3 hours from Hendersonville. I thought he was close. Well, Turkey Man, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get there this time either. Dad burn it. Well, I need to cook. My cussing has kind of gone through the roof here lately because of all the stress. I need to get back on on track. I had the cuss jar should be probably filled up, which is not. I've been cheating. I forgot all about the cuss jar. What does it say? Aw, all common sense. You must have hit the crazy train, honey. You must have quit I've been working. What do you mean I'm failing? I don't know where you're failing. You want to go on a Roach channel. Now they're failing. They haven't grown. They talk a bunch of crap. Their facts are not even accurate. Not to you, BHB. Oh, okay. We almost got blocked. Who is this? No, not you. Guys, read the comments. Read the comments before you erase them. I bet there's so many people with evidence, but they're scared of No, I don't think that. It sounds like they turn their evidence over. It sounds like the law enforcement has it. So let's talk about reality here. Law enforcement has this stuff. Now the question is, what's taking them so long? And why isn't there any forensics done at the house? There's no way that this is smelling right for law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Period. So I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna pipe down. I need a rest. I didn't get much sleep last night. I haven't had much sleep today. I've been working all day. I've been working out in the heat. I've been driving. We've been looking at some stuff. It looks very interesting. We're gonna find out whether any of this stuff holds water. I'll be back live before the evening. I just need a rest. I just need some rest. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you and God bless. Have a great day. Rock it out with your coffee beans out.